Yeah, not with me. I feel like I just I wish like I could just be with all of them like separate days.
Nah, nah, you sick.
Oh, I'm sick.
That's wild.
And you know what's crazy too? I I feel like I feel like they would all get along with each other if they knew each other. I'm like, you guys would get along so good, you don't even know.
Well, that's like legal in Utah.
I know, but at the same time, that's crazy. Like to
That sounds
to
like
actually,
hella
yeah,
work.
because I just meant like if I didn't exist, they could be friends.
Oh yeah,
You know, like they have the same interests. Like
you pick a certain type.
I think so. I think that's what it is. I'm like, dude, you guys would get along so good. It just stayed in my head, but try not to make them ever know of each other. And the minute they like know each other exists, girls are smart enough to know like what you like, and then it's a wrap. They just start like, who the fuck is that bitch? Oh fuck, covers blown.
Yeah, I don't do all that. But
Yeah.
I mean, they overlap a little bit. I ain't gonna lie,
So wait, so what is it with you? Like, what do you mean they fucking up? Like,
bro.
is it recording?
I don't know.
On
Like for
the
real, I just be
You sure?
like, I don't know. I be falling in love too quick. So now I get in a relationship. It might last like 2 weeks,
2 weeks.
2 months, honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
And then they do some. We get in an argument or something, and I'm just like, I'm over this.
Yeah.
So
Is it like because you feel like there's an abundance where that came from, or what? What is it that makes you drop
nah,
them so fast?
I'm just like this ain't it. It's just like girls in LA is just crazy.
Are they different from girls in the Bay?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
What's like the biggest difference?
the girls in LA are bloodsuckers.
Oh, like what? Like what?
They most of the time they're here for a reason, you know,
Uh,
to get money, to get famous.
yeah.
You know, they're a model, they're an actor, they're a musician, something like that.
They have some ulterior motives.
Yeah, why they in LA? You know,
Yeah.
so
I've dealt with that before to where like after I dealt with a girl and I'm like, damn, she's like kind of up right now. Like, and I introduced her to all these people like in our short little 2 month relationship. And then I'd be
yeah,
like, damn, like I fell for it. You
yeah.
know, like got
You
me
turned
feeling
her
like,
up. You
damn.
turned her up, but
That
that's just part of the game out here, man.
yeah.
For real. You gotta just turn them up, let them go.
Turn them up and let them go. That's really good relationship advice for dating in LA actually.
I mean, shit. Look at Blueface.
Oh, yeah,
He turns all his girls up.
that's right.
Come
That
on.
100% that he's living proof right now. Okay, so all right, so you're from the Bay. I want to start from the beginning. All right, so you're from the Bay, the 707,
Yeah,
right? Um, Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa.
What is it like growing up in Santa Rosa?
It's not really shit out there. It's boring as hell. It's like it's really just like in the middle of nowhere.
Mm.
So there's not much opportunity. I could never really get no job out there or nothing. Um, there's just not really shit going on out there.
And okay, so
That's why I turned to the streets. I was like, I can't get no job out here. I ain't really have no direction with my schooling or nothing. No one
yeah,
really taught me about that, so I just turned to the streets.
yeah. So it's an area where is it? So you said it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's near Vallejo and San Francisco, or like in the
It's
middle.
like an hour out from Vallejo or like an hour out from San Francisco.
Okay, all right. And then so it's like if you want to do anything, you kind of got to go to the city. Or where would you go to like have some type of fun or like socialize in like a cool way? Like what was a cool thing to do in Santa Rosa or near it?
I mean, they have little shows and shit. You know, people
Yeah,
go out there. There's like a few venues that like the rappers like to pop up at.
yeah.
It's a lot of Bay culture out there. You
Okay.
know, like I grew up on like Mac Dre,
Yeah.
Keek the Sneak, E40 and shit, and it's a lot of like concerts like that shit. When I was growing up, we would always go out to the concerts. Um, Andre Nicotina and shit.
Oh yeah, Andre Nicotina. I haven't heard
So
that name in a minute. He's dope.
yeah, so that's like really what that's pretty much all there was out there.
Yeah.
A lot of like the hyphy culture and shit. But besides that, we was like way just bored out there. There's shit to do. I
Mm.
mean, I wish I moved to LA sooner.
And what I've noticed in towns like that is that like they sometimes get into trouble a lot faster than than kids that have some shit to do. Was that the circumstances with you? Like, when did you start kind of going in the direction of the streets?
Pretty much like right when I graduated high school. I
Mm.
pretty much just graduated high school to selling coke.
Wow.
It was like me and my boy. We was like, oh shit, we about to graduate and shit. I think it was like winter break probably,
Okay.
and I had got like a rack from my dad for Christmas.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, let's go make this shit work.
Let's turn it into a
Yeah.
couple rags.
So we went and bought a zip, and then like the rest of the school year, I started serving that shit. And right when I graduated, that was it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I just graduated pretty much to selling coke.
Wow. The brand influences now make a lot of sense. And I just realized that I didn't even do an intro. So this is the Rosecrans Vic Podcast. I'm Rosecrans Vic, and I got my guy Milo from Asaalico. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Asaalico. We got him in the building, and that's dope. So now I know why you have the Escobar piece and why everything is so there's Escobar, sorry, that's El Chapo. There's El Chapo, Escobar on all the clothing, right? That makes a lot more sense now. See, you just see some shit and it's just like, that's fly. And it's like, it's camo, but actually you brought me some. Shout out to you. My boy laced me with the good pack right here, Asali Jinko. And then he got me right with the Asali sweats. Oh, hell yeah. Are these shorts?
Those are shorts. Yeah.
Oh, perfect for the summer.
Strapped.
Hell yeah. Shout out my guy. Is a new tee? Oh, man. Shout out my boy Suede. Damn.
Yeah, Suede sold out show at the Novo. That shit was legendary.
Damn. We don't get into Suede. I don't want to go there just yet, but RP my boy Suede. And hell yeah. The Thuggies. The Thuggies. We gonna get to these two. This is super fire. When I saw this, I was like, that's fucking genius.
So that's the first brand I came out with.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fuck it. Let's start there then. All right. This is the first brand you ever came out with.
Yeah. So just selling dope. I was just like always wanted to make some underwear for a stash. That's
Yeah.
Just, we always have polos.
Yeah.
Hanes, whatever. It
Yep.
worked, but it's not branded for that.
Yeah. And
know?
it's not made by us.
And it's not made by us, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's like, so we had to do something that really represented the culture. And so that was just an idea I had from just like being a kid and shit from a long time ago. And so when I moved to LA, I started to put it together.
Yeah.
I figured out how to do production.
This is hard.
Figured out how to do designs, and I started doing clothes. I was like, shit, I can make underwear. Let me just make some fly shit to wear.
Yeah.
I dropped like this puffer jacket. It was like this bandana puffer jacket. At the time, the brand wasn't even called Asali. It was something else. And the puffer didn't really come out how I wanted it to come out.
Yeah.
So I ended up not even really selling them and promoting them. I sold like a few. Like Blueface had worn it in a music video and shit. And like it was cool and shit, but I didn't really like them. So I ended up giving them all out to the homeless in downtown LA.
Okay.
It was like 100 puffer jackets. They was all rocking that shit down there. It was funny as hell. And then I dropped the sweatsuit. I was like, shit. At the time, I was just selling dope.
Yeah.
So I had all this cash piling up. I'm hiding cash in the walls. I'm burying cash in the backyard and shit.
Wow.
And so I'm like, I gotta do something with all this cash. If they come and raid me, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have nothing left.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta invest in something. So I kept investing in the clothes. I was like, fuck it. The first one didn't work. I'm gonna run another one.
Yeah.
Did the sweatsuits. I had posted a picture of the sweatsuit on Instagram, and the shit did numbers. It did like 500 likes or something. I was like, no one knew me at the time and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, niggas like this shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And ended up dropping it. It sold out, and it was kind of up from there,
And this is what year?
That was 2020.
2020. Okay.
2020, yeah.
So,
summer 2020 when I first dropped the sweatsuits.
so that's pandemic time. So yeah, that's when I started seeing it too. Um, people, you just started to see rappers rock it, um, and started to just see everybody, because I guess at the time it was only you and Dub that were like selling clothes like in all of LA. That's what it felt like.
All right.
That's all I seen. Like if anybody got a new fit, it was gonna be either Asali or it was gonna be off a lot of cough syrup.
Right.
And so that's right around the time you moved to LA, or that how long had you been in LA since? And
I
then
think I
like
moved to LA in like 2018, I want to say.
2018. Okay.
So it was like 2 years. So when I first moved to LA, shit didn't really go right for me.
Yeah.
I came out here with my girlfriend and shit at the time, and I was trying to sell coke, just do my regular shit.
Yeah.
I was going out to Hollywood, and I'd be trying to sell that shit, and niggas would be like, "Oh shit, we got coke. Like, who are you? Like, we don't know you." Like,
Yeah.
and I was getting hella discouraged everywhere I go. Like, no, I would barely get like a few knocks here and there.
Yeah.
So I had to like keep running back to the Bay, back and forth to LA, trying to make money. Um, I ended up getting a job as a server. I was
Mm.
like, fuck it. So I used to be a server when I first moved here. I was a server over there in like Beverly Hills.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And ended up quitting that job. My boss had pissed me off one time. I walked out, and it was like I had to make some shit work from that point. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I gotta sell some shit.
Yeah.
So I had already kind of gotten a little used to the area and shit, being in Beverly Hills. Like,
Yeah.
I started to get like some better clientele, and had a little bit more momentum. But I just kind of changed my marketing direction with the Coke. And instead of trying to sell it and focusing on the money, I focused on just like the brand and like the culture. And
Mm.
instead of going out every night and selling Coke, I would go out every night and give Coke out. So
Ah.
I completely switched my marketing technique.
Yeah.
And so every night I would go out, and my goal was no longer to sell 10 grams. It was to give out like 10 bumps and get
Mm.
people's contacts. And so every night for like a month, 2 months, every single night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every single night, I would go to the club and I would get people's contacts and get people bumps.
Wow.
And after like 2 months, I had hella knocks on my phone. Shit was just buzzing, and Knox
Yeah.
was telling Knox, "Oh, he got it,"
Yeah.
and so shit was just up from there. I didn't really have to do it too much. I still would go out and like get new clientele, but it was just like from there it just kept rolling.
And so that's how you got like plugged in, would you say? Because even to like for you to say, oh, like I got here and I made one puffer jacket and I gave it to Blueface, like that doesn't seem
So
easy.
yeah, that was before the puffers or anything.
Yeah.
Um,
And that is this how you just start to meet people like in Hollywood or in the industry, kind of, or like
For sure.
surrounding the industry?
for sure, yeah, it made me a lot more comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
cause I be around all them people.
Yeah.
Celebrities love Coke.
Yes.
The biggest celebrities, I
Yeah.
promise you, they on Coke. I seen them doing that shit. I ain't gonna say names, but I serve niggas too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone on Coke. If you in Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, partying and shit, yeah, they on it.
Yeah. And
Crack too. Crack's back.
crack
Oh
is
yeah, crack. They love crack.
back. Holy shit.
Shit, crack is more expensive than Coke.
Really?
It's more pure. It's like more strong.
Yeah.
Crack go for like $180, $200 a gram.
Holy shit. This is breaking news to me.
Yeah.
I don't be in that world like that. But I didn't know crack was back.
Oh yeah, crack's back.
Wow.
Never left.
Okay, so you start to go out, you meet people, you're networking, and that was a great strategy, by the way. Just like they say, like the first one's free.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's kind of what you have to do with any business. Like,
Yeah.
you can't focus on the money, man.
Yeah.
You got to focus on your customers.
Because essentially, when you're selling anything, but especially drugs, the product is whatever it is. It's drugs, right? It's sweaters, it's t-shirts, it's puffers. But essentially, you're also gaining the trust of people, and that's what really the hard part is at first, right? Because now Asaalico, we know is quality. Quality t-shirts, quality sweatsuits, quality thuggies,
And you know
you
you're
know.
gonna get your order if you order online and shit.
Exactly. So we have your trust. You know, we know
Yeah.
it's also, if you sell out, we know you're gonna come with another drop eventually. It might not be the exact one, but you're gonna restock on some new shit. It's not one of those brands that don't have their shit together, right? So you start doing that, you start getting the confidence of people, start meeting different people, and you then transition to say like, man, I can't do this shit forever. Or where does your mind go to like, go from like your business is obviously going well, but did you have that like internal clock like, man, I can't do this shit forever? Or what sparked you like trying to transition into clothing?
Yeah, I mean that was always in the back of my mind. For real, I thought the Thuggies was gonna go up.
Mm.
It's still for sure gonna go up.
Yeah.
But the
But
clothes just took off faster,
yeah.
and so that's where I just put my focus. I didn't really know. Honestly, I didn't really know for sure until I did the collab with Desto, probably.
Mm.
And I seen like the shit was really for real. Um, yeah, so that was like a major, like a pivotal point in like my career and shit.
So how do you meet Desto? Where do you meet Desto? Tell me that story of just
Oh,
were you
shit,
already aware of
we
him
met on Instagram. I ain't
on
even
Instagram?
no, I ain't even know who he was. I
Ah,
ain't know nothing about the brand, nothing. He tagged me on Instagram. My boy was wearing the outfit
yeah.
and he had seen it. My boy Saucy, shout out to Saucy. Um, he had seen it and tagged me, and I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's lit," you know. And I
Yeah.
hit him back. I was like, "Let's do a collab."
Yeah.
And at the time, he was in the van
Yeah.
in the parking lot,
In
and
downtown.
it was like right at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
And so I had pulled up on him, and I was like, "Let's do the collab." I gave him a bunch of pieces. He was like, "Let's run it." Um, so I went back, started making the samples and shit. I ain't talked to him for like a month. Shit, by the time I popped back up on him, he was already like going up. He was with LB. They were doing a pop up. Shit was lit.
Yeah.
Everyone was out there. I showed him the samples. He's like, "Let's run it." He had given the sample actually to Draco.
Wow.
Some of the first pictures I ever got of Draco in my clothes.
That's
And
fire.
yeah, it was legendary for sure. And so after we did the sample, I put in the order. It was like 2 months later. I was like, "Shit's ready to go." He was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that shit." I was like, "Yeah, let's run it." He
Yeah.
pulls up and I had like 700 sweatsuits.
Oh shit.
You know,
You weren't playing.
I wasn't playing. He was like, "Oh shit, we're doing numbers." And so we ended up doing the first pop up on Melrose after that.
Fire.
Yeah, so that was like his first pop up on Melrose, my
That's
first pop up.
that's when he had the store on the opposite side of where he has it now, right? On Melrose?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fire. Okay, and where did I mean, I kind of have an idea where the inspiration of the camouflage of the, drug lords come from, but like what sparked it exactly? Like where were you when you thought like, yo, I should do this? And did anybody give you any feedback like, yo, that's
For
fire?
real, we used to have like Pablo and Chapo like on the walls in the studio
Uh
at my old house, and I was just cooking up some designs. I had the files in my computer, and I kind of played with it, threw it in there. I was like, "This looked like some fly shit," you
yeah.
know. And so I just ran it. At the time, I was just running samples of different shit.
Yeah.
I had a few different designs. Um, but yeah, it just looked like some fly shit to me. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's what's different about my brand too, and a lot of other brands, because you'll see like a lot of other brands that be like the Trap Marathon or like
Mhm.
Hustlers United or like
Yeah.
all these generic type brands,
Yeah.
and they're all focused on like drug dealing and like, oh, it's so cool. Like
Mhm.
I was never really focused on that. I never really thought drug dealing was cool like that.
Yeah.
I just was trying to make some fly shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I was more focused on the design aspect of it.
Fire. So So that's dope that you design it yourself. Um, and then just talk about like, so it goes from like you linking with Dub and doing, like a pop up together, but then, from the outside looking in, it seems like he kind of takes you under his wing and he's just like, man, like, you know, like let's learn this shit together, like let's go up together. No sense of, to me it's no sense of hate. It's like, yo, this is like he's next type shit. Like talk about that, and to have somebody to help like kind of guide you and give like a roadmap for you.
For sure, it's been crucial. He gave me the blueprint.
Yeah.
Um, so shout out to Desto, man.
Yeah. I
Couldn't
remember,
have done it without him. For
yeah,
real.
I remember driving down Melrose one day because I live around there, and then seeing you and Dub just crossing the street like, who gives a fuck, like crossing through traffic going to like Starbucks or something. And I was just like, damn, that's tight. Like it was cool like seeing you guys and just being like, yo, they really are like run Melrose right now on some shit, like the everybody in here is like, it's a like there's so much energy in that area, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope. And your clothes is there, your clothes is at also at appointment only, and it's just that little corners like it's sewn up. And if people want to get fly in LA, all the rappers, they come there, they go, they have your shit. Now you have your own store. Talk about having your own store now as well, because that's super dope. I went in there and it was like designed incredible, like in terms of like you see everybody who's worn your shit framed and on the wall like that. I thought that shit was fire.
Yeah, that's just hard. It's cool. It's like a little start.
Yeah.
For real, it's supposed to be a showroom.
Mm.
Um,
That's how it looks like.
yeah, it's supposed to be a showroom, but then we just had so much traffic, we just opened it up to the public.
Yeah.
Um, but it's mainly for like my online orders and stuff. Um, but nah, it's cool. We've gotten a lot of support. We're doing events over there now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's cool because like before I was in my garage,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I used to have the rappers pulling up to my garage.
Yeah.
For real, like PNB even pulled up to my garage.
Damn.
No security, nothing. Just like I was like, this is crazy. Like Phoenix used to pull up over there, everyone. So it was just cool now to like see how far I've come. But it's like really just a start for me, cause like
Yeah.
I have way bigger plans with the brand.
What are the plans?
I don't want to say too much, you
Yeah.
know. I rather just everyone see.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's fire. So I also seen, obviously it seemed for a minute, it's like that was like the LA rapper uniform, like the sweatsuit, the Asaalico sweatsuit. It was like the LA rapper uniform, and the Bay. I seen like some Bay artists too.
Yeah, we're
Um,
taking over the Bay for sure.
yeah, talk about that and like seeing and just growing those relationships really, because I I knew that you were like around Dub and shit, and I fuck with Dub, but I knew you more as like Bravo's homie, like that was like you were really close with Bravo, and me and Bravo are close, so I was just like, damn, that's tight, like um I would see you around a lot with Bravo. Talk about just like gaining the this relationship with a lot of these LA rappers and them proudly like wearing your shit to their in their music videos and everything.
Hey, shout out to my boy Bravo.
Free
Free
the
him. He'll
real.
be home soon.
Yes, sir.
Um, I don't know. Me and Bravo just clicked. Like we real similar.
Yeah.
So like when we met, it was just like I don't know. We just clicked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my boy.
Yeah.
I'll be with him all the time. Like all the time, every day.
That's
You know?
what I noticed. I was like, oh shit, like that's dope. That's when I knew. I'm just like, oh yeah, this shit is around. Like it's you're 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 like a staple in the culture now, in LA culture. You know, who are some artists that like that surprised you to like that they're wearing your shit, or like they tapped in with you, they wanted like a pack or something.
Danny Lay. That was weird.
Did she get a pack?
Yeah, cause she had DM me. I was like, that's weird. But
Are you sure she just wanted a pack?
Who else? I mean, no one too crazy, you know.
Yeah.
No one really DM me. I was DM niggas. You
Oh,
know?
okay, okay.
Like wear this shit.
Yeah.
If you don't wear this shit, I'm going back to the streets. That's what I tell niggas. I'll
Yeah?
run. Hell yeah, I'll run up on niggas in the club. I'll run up on like some big ass celebrity like Chris Brown. And be like, nigga, I'm an upcoming designer. If you don't wear this shit, I'm going back to selling coke. Like, please wear this shit.
Yeah.
And then they put that shit on for real.
Did he ask
Yeah.
for your number too to maybe
No,
buy some later?
I get their number. And I call them right there. I'm like, this the number, right?
He said he said I'll take one of each, please.
You gotta press them for real. You gotta press them.
Yeah. That's fire. Um okay, so you have, like I said, it was like a lot of, I seen just so many rappers wearing it in like in videos. Was there ever like a artist that you thought was like kind of whack and you're just like, nah, don't want you wearing my shit? Or is this open to everybody?
It's open to everyone for sure. I love the music videos.
Yeah.
Wear that shit in the music video. That's my favorite. I'm gonna
Yeah.
repost that shit.
That's
for
fire.
sure.
What does Asaalico mean? What's the meaning behind it?
It's some designer shit for real.
Mm.
Yeah, trying to be like some designer shit. Asali, Gucci,
Ah,
Louis,
that's
Versace,
yeah.
Asali. You feel me?
Ah, okay. I always wonder. I'm like, and then so it's a Sali like company, or it's just one word like,
I just throw the co out there. People like it.
yeah.
Sounds straight. I switched it around a few times and shit, but I just play with it. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is that like I've gone to your space, and I feel like it's building a bridge between the Bay and LA. Like, cause you had the EBK, was it Young Jock?
Nah, for sure we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The EBK Young Jock pop up there, and then there's like so many people I've never seen before. So I'm like, okay, I figure they're from the Bay. And then I seen a lot of people that I always see in LA at like listening parties and shit like that. So talk about that, and that takes work. That's not just like, it doesn't happen on accident necessarily. You have to be intentional with that. Talk to me about that.
Really, they had tapped in with me because I seen EBK. I've been a big fan of J-Bo and shit.
Yeah.
He's going crazy right now. Probably one of the best rappers on the West Coast. Same with DB. They not from the Bay Area, but they from like surrounding areas.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Bay Area, Northern California rap.
Yeah.
And I had just tapped into them. I was like, y'all are hard. We gotta work.
Yeah.
And shout out to Thizzler. Thizzler had tapped in with me once they seen we were all working together, and we just all made sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thizzler kind of made a lot of that happen too.
That's fire. Shout out Thizzler. Doing good things.
And it's crazy too, cause like being from the Bay Area, like I grew up on Thizzler.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 13 years old, we ain't really like YouTube wasn't really like that back then.
Yeah.
Like it was all like blogs like Dat Piff, my mixtapes. Then it was like Hot New Hip Hop, Thizzler. If you're in the Bay Area, it was Thizzler. That's where you find all the new Hustler, the new Jacka, all the new Keep the Sneak, and all that shit that was like Jay Stylin,
Yeah.
So if you were gonna find like the new music that's coming out, you had to go on Thizzler.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of full circle now that I'm working with them.
Yeah. Have you been able to connect with any of the artists that like you just mentioned, like the older generation Bay Area artists?
Nah, but I would like to for sure.
Yeah.
I need to.
Have you been frequenting, like going back up there recently? And like, is it any different now that it's like they know you up there? Because I guess I'm assuming when you left, like you were just still very raw. You were just, obviously doing your thing, staying to yourself. Have you gone back up there and like received any type of love? Like, oh shit, he's from up here.
Nah, I never go back up there. For real. I be flying my mom out here. Yeah, I never go back. I'm finna do a pop up out there though.
Yeah, I think that's
it'll be
needed.
lit.
Yeah, that'll be a full circle moment too.
Nah, for sure. Probably in the city, San Francisco. Do something big.
Hell yeah. I gotta bring this up because I saw this on your Instagram. You posted it. There's a video where you're getting rated. Your spot's getting rated. Talk to me about that. When that happened and like what events led to it.
So that was like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. That was like a month. I want to say like a month before I did the collab with Desto.
Oh wow.
at the time, I had actually been like, all right, I'm about to do this collab. Clothes kind of going up. I'm finna like start the transition.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I did not want to buy the. I was like on my last brick. I was like, this is the last brick I'm gonna buy. And I had gotten it, and swear to God, like got raided like 2 days later.
Damn.
Fucking some bullshit. The police took hella shit, bunch of money, bunch of coke, pills, all that shit. Fucked the whole house up and shit. So yeah, and I've been fighting that case. I just beat the case like a few months ago.
Oh shit! Congrats.
I had to do like some rehab and little shit, but it's all good now. So yeah, that was a crazy moment because it was like right before the collab.
Yeah.
So it was like after that happened, I knew I had to take everything in a different direction. You know,
Yeah.
it was like I had no other choice. You know,
Yeah.
and it was fucked too because they had taken so much from me. It was like I was kind of starting from nothing almost.
Yeah.
Um, so it was a little bit of a struggle, but I made it work. Um, I sold a bunch of my cars at that time too. I had a bunch of cars and shit. I had sold Desto that the Cutlass.
Oh the cut. Oh
I was
shit.
like, shit, selling all my cars. I need
Yeah.
to invest in this new business
Yeah.
and shit.
So it was it's funny because I like hear that story about like most successful people that made it out of the streets like into legitimate business. Like there's obviously that story with Nip where like he sold his car and um like where he got locked up and then went on bail, kind of went on the run a little bit, hid, he signed to Capital and just stayed out of the public eye for like 6 months fighting his case. He had the money from Capital to do it. And it was like that last kind of hurdle. Seems like there's always like that big test right before you fully transition out. And it's like, the lucky ones do, you know what I'm saying? And I would assume that, it's hard. It's not easy because it's like you are making that's your livelihood at the time. No matter what you're doing, it's your livelihood, and it's like stopping that is taking a big risk. Like you said, you got cars, you got rent, you got maybe people you take care of, your family, whatever. Um, was that like a scary moment or like what? Describe your like kind of feelings in that of like, "Hey, I'm really about to stop this. Like, I'm fucking really good at selling coke, man. Like, like,
I mean, it sucked. It was quick money,
yeah,
and I was tempted to go back,
yeah,
but I knew if I just stayed focused on the clothes, it was gonna be the better route.
yeah,
Um, and I was scared as shit. I had a lot hanging over my head. That was a serious case, and
yeah,
I'm lucky I got off.
yeah.
So I couldn't make no mistakes. Um, yeah, I couldn't make no mistakes.
Did you do any time in county or
No,
you got to like bail out?
it was yeah, no, it was my first offense.
Uh,
Yeah,
so you're able to just bounce out.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was during COVID, so they just let me out
Oh
with
yeah,
like a mask and shit.
yeah. COVID was a crazy time. I knew a lot of people doing a lot of shit, and it was just like, oh, they just kind of let me out. Um, okay, so you mentioned that you want your brand to be next to like the Gucci's and Louis and stuff. Are there any designers that you kind of look to for inspiration or that you grew up looking to for inspiration?
Not for real. I mean just the regular brands, but like Babe, definitely a lot of inspiration from Nego. Um, Besides that, not really. There's like this new designer, Jonathan Anderson, I fuck with a lot. Um, but besides that, nah. I mean, the brands that I really fucked with though growing up was like Rockaware,
Mm-hmm.
Sean John,
Yeah.
Echo Red, um, like them real streetwear brands.
Yeah.
That was
Same.
the shit.
That was that era. That was there was like a bunch of other brands like Mecca, They
Yeah.
weren't his type, but they were still like, it was so many streetwear brands at that time. I feel like there is a lot now, but I feel like it's certain like levels to it, right? Like there's your guys's, there's awful lot of cough syrup in LA. That's kind of like the main main thing, and I like to see that it's like transitioning. Um, I'm sure that soon. Like, are there any stores that you're kind of trying to like get into that you would love to like put your stuff in, like a Fred Siegel or like a anything like that?
Nah, not for real. Um, Not for real. I'd rather just have my own store, make it more exclusive.
Mm. You mentioned the studio earlier, that you were in the studio cooking up some designs. Did you ever try to like be a rapper?
That's the first time I talked to you. Remember, we was gonna do some promo for my mixtape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Damn. That was a long time ago.
yeah. So I used to just fuck around with the music shit.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't recently,
Yeah.
but I'm working on a new mixtape. Some slight shit. I just do it for fun, for
Yeah.
real. Um, Me and Suede actually had shot a music video right before he got locked up.
Mm.
I'm finna drop that probably pretty soon.
Yeah, talk to me about Suede. I kind of avoided it in a way, but we have to talk about my boy. Talk about like the first time you met Suede, and just the relationship that you guys grew to have.
Um, so the first time we met was like I don't know. He pulled up at the house to get some merch and shit. Just a cool ass nigga. Super humble.
Yeah.
Um, Super humble. I was just like we just talked about his music and like just coming from like Huntington Park and like how crazy it was for him to be blowing up and shit. And it was just like we just clicked instantly. It was a cool friendship. And it was once he wore my stuff, it was like a super big point in the brand
Yeah.
because I didn't really have um like a real mascot for the brand, like someone that really represented the brand.
Yeah.
And I had like a lot of celebrities wearing my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like Young Thug, Sway Lee, and
Yeah.
Fetty Wap, Coi Leray, like all these big celebrities wearing my stuff. But I didn't really have that core fan base,
Yeah.
and that's what Suede brought to the brand.
Yeah.
Um, as soon as I linked with him, it was like something different. It was like instead of just like the trappers buying it, it was like little kids,
Yeah.
and it was just everything was like up from there.
I remember that it was like a cream and like red zip up that he wore, and I was like, "Yo, where the fuck you get this?" Like that shit was hard, and I didn't know what it was at the time, but I was just like, "Yo, this shit is fire." And then I started to see like Peso wear it, and just like everybody. But you're right, he was like that mascot for it, because it was like 8 times out of 10 he was gonna be wearing a Sally.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like every time he would shoot a video and shit, he hit me up.
Yeah.
Um, so it was just like we was just locked in, and he just brought it to like I don't know. He just brought it to like that mainstream kind of crowd. It was just a lot more underground before that,
Yeah. It was at
and
the
it connected with like the Hispanic community.
yeah,
That's like a lot what it was. Because my
definitely.
brand was really just about trapping,
Yeah.
like about drugs, trapping, and he's the one that like connected it to the Hispanic community and like made they just kind of took over from there.
Yeah. And now is that like a majority of your like consumers slash like
For
fan
sure,
base? Fire.
for sure.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Tell me your favorite Suede memory. Or you guys hanging out or like something. Something memorable.
Um, probably the last couple nights before he got locked up, for real. I was with him like every day before he got locked up. We was shooting a lot of music videos, and we was just excited for like everything that was about to be coming. You know, um, Suede was different. He was different than any artist I think in LA.
Yeah.
There's like some a certain star quality that he had,
Yes.
um, and it was just like it was unlike anyone really. We haven't really seen another rapper like him, especially out of LA.
We won't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we were just excited, you know, and
Yeah.
we were excited for everything that was coming, all the new music, and it was just a good time. Um, yeah, we had shot like a bunch of music videos at the store and like gone out to dinner. So
Yeah. Lived it up
yeah,
because he was gonna turn himself in.
yeah,
Um. Okay, so he goes in. It's about December, right? He went in
yeah.
like December.
December.
Um. And we fast forward to, I don't know if it was March or April. We find out that he passes. Where were you when you heard the news?
I was at the house,
And how did you? Did anybody call you? Did you end up seeing it online or?
just online right when I woke up.
Yeah.
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 So that shit's fucked up. I'm getting sick of seeing that shit. I be like having a little PTSD now when I see like a rapper on the blogs. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. His passing was so like, I still can't fully process it, to be honest with you. Like, it hit me a lot different than, like, unfortunately I've seen way too many rappers pass. Like, I've interviewed so many artists that have passed on in my career, and with Suede it was like I didn't even like I didn't even want to post it. Like, and I hate posting shit like that in general because I kind of feel like, just like, what's the point?
Yeah, it fucks me up every time I do post him, for real.
Yeah, and I just felt like I was just like, bro, I'm so sick of this, bro. Like, I met him in 2020, young kid, bro, no face tats, no nothing, like, fresh, like, just he had just dropped Back to the Bag like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before, and I did his first interview, and we're sitting there, and he just has so many questions, and then I'm like, who are you a fan of? He's just like, I just listen to Kodak Black every single day. And I was just like, every day? He's like, every day. And then I'm just like, well, like, any LA rappers you look up to? And he's like, Bravo, the Bag Chaser. I'm like, bro, I'm like, what do you mean you look up to him? He's 18 years old, 19 years old. Like, that's my little homie. How do you look up to him? And then he's just like, yeah, he's tight, dog. And I was like, bro, I could link you guys up. He's like, for real? And like, it just like, to see him like I'm gonna say, like, he was like a baby then, because he didn't know not one person in the industry. And I remember asking him, like, how does it feel to be signed to like TK Picasso, artists, like, managers that have worked with like all the dope artists in LA, like Shoreline and everything. He's like, man, that's tight. Hopefully I meet OGZ one day. Like, it's just all this shit that, like, he was so raw at that point. He didn't know anybody, and the world was just like, about to open up for him. And then he goes to jail right after, because he was already dealing with the case he caught before. So he was only out and able to enjoy his fame for like 3 weeks maybe. And in that 3 weeks, he worked so fucking hard. Um, that's what I loved about him too. His work ethic was like top notch. Like, he's the type to, like, we got to get this done. We're gonna get it all done. We're not gonna leave anything unfinished, And he went in, and then his buzz did kind of drop, towards the middle of his incarceration, and then he gets out and he drops, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, Sway back, and then it's a different Sway. He's a little chunkier, and he has like a face tat now, and it's just like, oh shit, like, and now he's embracing being a rapper. Like, he's fully like, I'm a fucking rapper.
I think that's right when I met him.
Yeah, and then just seeing that and knowing that there was so much more left to do. Like, I heard songs he had with 2 Chainz, fucking Sway Lee, name
Thug.
big artist, Young Thug. Wait, what? He had a song with Young Thug?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Draco.
Wow.
The Draco one's finna drop too.
The Drake, yeah. And just seeing like he held his own in every song.
Yeah, no, he bodied every song.
And just to like know that like it's like he's never coming home, it still fucks with me. Like I still can't, like I said, I can't still fully process it because I knew he was going away for a little while, but it was just like, you know, me and him talked about like, yo, when I get home, we got to do a show, like, and I'm just like, hell yeah, come Suede coming home show, you know, like, and to see him like sell out the Novo and just so many things, that one really like fucked me up. And the circumstances obviously like make me sick to my stomach every time I think about it. But I know that you two were close, and shout out my boy Suede, man. I don't even know what to say, but I'm glad you're doing a shirt to you know, to like it's like if we like to celebrate him, you know, because if we're the ones that like make the culture at this point, right? Like, and it's up to us to like keep the memory of everybody alive, of the Dracos, of the Suedes, and so I think that's dope.
Exactly. If we don't do it, no one's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm working directly with Suede's family too, so all the proceeds,
Yeah.
all of our collabs,
Yeah.
go to them.
That's love.
And we're gonna drop a lot more stuff. Like we had already done one collab, like a free Suede shirt.
Yeah.
So then I just dropped the Suede at the Novo, sold out the Novo shirt.
Yeah.
And that's just a few little designs, but we're gonna do a lot more for sure.
Yeah, it's really important because we're aware of everything going on. You know, we met him, you know, we grew to love him and everything, but then there's a point in like 3 years from now, there's going to be somebody that's not going to know who that is. You know, like when we were growing up, there was artists that were dope, but we didn't know who they were until they passed, right? And it was just like, "Oh, who's that? Oh, he died. Yeah, he was dope. Why he died?" And so it's really up to us, and I commend you for that because it's important. You know, it's like 10 years from now, you got to drop a Suede tee. You know, like
Exactly.
people got to know. You know, for years to come in an RP Draco shirt and like shit like that. Because again, if not us, who else? And it can only be certain people, or else it's corny. Like you're one of the people that could do shit like that. You really knew them. You really met them. You know, you really smoked with them. Even a free Bravo shirt. My boy got to come home soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
We finna drop that one soon for sure.
Hell
Be on
yeah.
the lookout.
When was the last time you talked to Bravo?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing cool.
Yeah,
Straight.
same. Yeah, same. He called me about 2-3 weeks ago. Said he was doing pretty good. Hopefully he's home soon. He was in pretty good spirits.
Yeah, he's straight. Little vacation.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, he's not tripping. He'll be back soon.
Hell yeah.
When he comes back, we going crazy.
Oh, I already know.
We going crazy.
Hell yeah. Is there anything else you want to plug? Anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Shit, I don't think so, man. Just any designers and shit out there, you know, just follow your dreams. You know, do what's true to you, and just put out good work. You feel me? And just keep working to be the best you can, and that's what's gonna get you success.
Yeah, stay down. Network. I think that's super important that you did. And then also,
So,
what I like,
I
just
hate networking though.
well, what you do it in your own way, right? Like in terms of like
I force myself. I'm like, fuck. All right,
yeah,
let me go talk to this person.
you're at a point to where a lot of people would be a little too proud or egotistical to slide in people's DMs and be like, "Yo, wear this," right? But I like that you're hungry in that phase, and I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, Dub is the same way to this day. Like he doesn't have that like, "Oh, I'm too good for this" or "I'm too good for that." It's like, bro, let's get this fucking money, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really what
Super humble.
that's really what it takes, because as big as Asaali is in California, you know, it has to grow to other states still, right? Like, have you seen a lot of people in other states start to wear it?
Texas is cool.
Yeah.
That's one of my big sellers.
Yeah.
New York a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, we everywhere.
Yeah.
We even ship internationally.
Wow.
Yeah. So Europe, Australia, a little bit of Mexico, Canada.
Australia, motherfucker next to a kangaroo in the Sally shit.
For sure.
That's hard.
Nah, for sure.
That's fine, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. These thuggies.
Dougies.
This is a great idea. So it has a little pouch, right? It has a little pouch for whatever you need.
For drugs.
Okay, for drugs.
Not intended for use with firearms. Says it right on the bottom.
Okay. Where was it?
Right
Hidden
on the
pocket
bottom.
for your cash stuff. Not intended for use with firearms. You see?
Yeah. Don't cheddar bob yourself.
Yo, that would happen. Like, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often because, like, I'll be chilling with the homies. I won't say which ones. And be sitting for who knows how long. And then they'll just be like, oh, man, shit's uncomfortable. And then just take it out, put it on the table. I'm like, you had that the whole time? Like, just like, you weren't uncomfortable? Like you were just not going to say anything at all? Like,
Got to.
Oh, also, so you hooked me up with this shit. I got to hook you up with this shit. These are my agua frescas. This is strawberry flavor and Jamaica flavor. It's for you.
Shit, it's you?
Yeah, it's me. Look at
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's hard.
Have
That's got
you?
your face on it too?
That's my face on it. Have you've had agua frescas before? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Wait, are you Mexican? Or you black?
Nah, I'm black and white.
Oh shit. Okay. A lot of people think you're Mexican. I'm sure.
For real?
Yeah. I think because of the association with Suede, I feel like Suede and Bravo kind of have a lot to do with that.
No right color, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, enjoy those. That's my shit.
All right.
But yeah, appreciate you, bro. This was fun. We got to do it again. I know you're only gonna grow from here. I'm excited to see where the brand is gonna be in a couple years.
When I open my next store, let's do another one.
In the store though.
When I open the next store.
Yeah, we got to do it inside the store.
All right, that'll be hard.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. Rosecrans Vic Podcast. I'm Rosecrans Vic. Shout out my dog Milo.
Ski ski.
Hell yeah.